The thing that I liked most about Michael Jordan as a player was the fact that I didn't have to try to guard him. If you had a poor defensive scheme, he was going to fill the hoop up until you either figured it out or the game was over and you lost the game. Some of his acrobatic drives to the hoop are just remarkable. You know, he can get past the defense and use a little bit of English off of the glass. The ball drops in so nice. It takes some really advanced skills to do that consistently. The 1988 All-Star Game was a showcase for Michael. Michael had figured out all the things he needed to know to be a dominant player. Everything. One-on-one, couldn't guard him. What Michael Jordan showed the whole sports world was the fact that you put the right people with him, he's going to lead them to world championships, without question. He was a prime example of excellence and a leader that would lead you all the way to the top, all the way to the top. That was basketball at its finest.
The L weaving its way through these quiet winter streets as all the action is inside the raucous Chicago Stadium. Now let's go over to tonight's public address announcer, Tommy Edwards.
Welcome, fans, to the All-Star Game. Get up and get loud for your West All-Stars. At forward, making his 7th All-Star appearance, the standout veteran of the Denver Nuggets, 6'7", Alex English. Making his All-Star debut, the front court star of the Utah Jazz, the mailman, 6'9", Karl Malone. The man in the middle, an All-Star, each of his 4 pro seasons from the Houston Rockets, 7 feet, Kareem. At guard, making his first All-Star appearance, the virtual star of the Denver Nuggets, 6'3", Lafayette Pat Lever. And the NBA leader in assists in his 8th All-Star game from the Los Angeles Lakers, 6'9", Irvin Magic Johnson. The head coach of the West All-Stars is Brad Nelson. Let's hear it for your West All-Stars. And now, the starting lineup for the Eastern Conference. At forward, a 3-time most valuable player, an All-Star each of his 9 seasons from the Boston Celtics, 6'9", Larry Bird. He's one of the NBA's most exciting players in his 3rd All-Star game from the Atlanta Hawks, 6'8", Dominique Wilkins. The man in the middle, an All-Star for the 10th time, one of the game's most rugged rebounders from the Washington Bullets, 6'10", Moses Malone. At guard, the most valuable player of the 1984 and 1986 All-Star Games. This Chicagoan is making his 7th All-Star appearance from the Detroit Pistons, 6'1", Isaiah Thomas. And finally, the NBA leader in scoring and steals, an All-Star each of his 4 seasons, the charismatic star of the Chicago Bulls, 6'6", Michael Jordan. The head coach of the East All-Stars is Mike Fratello.
Welcome, everyone, to Chicago for the 1988 All-Star Game. On my side, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. And Clark, this is the second time Chicago has hosted this mid-season classic.
Yeah, you go back to 1973, that's when they hosted their first one. The East won it 104 to 84 back then. That was the lowest combined score in an All-Star game, Kevin, since the 1950s.
We'll see if then tonight, Clark, they can surpass that total.
I would think they could. No shortage of scores on either side. I expect an up-tempo, fast-paced game, an exciting game with plenty of highlights and buckets.
Cannot wait. And your West All-Stars, Fat Lever and Magic Johnson, the guards. Alex English and Karl Malone at the forward spots. And in the middle, Hakeem Olajuwon. For the East, it's Moses Malone inside and Dominique Wilkins with Larry Bird, the forwards. And in the backcourt, Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan.
And you look at Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, rivals since college. Early on, no love lost between them, but over time, they've become friends.
And your West All-Stars, Fat Lever and Magic Johnson, the guards. Alex English and Karl Malone at the forward spots. And in the middle, Hakeem Olajuwon. For the East, it's Moses Malone inside and Dominique Wilkins with Larry Bird, the forwards. And in the backcourt, Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan.
Smart play that time by Jordan, using the pump, baiting the defender, and he bit.
Clark, you see Larry and Magic together in those Converse ads. They've become really the faces of the NBA.
And Kevin, I think they've inherited the mantle from the great Dr. J. He's done such a great job representing the league all these years, and certainly he's left it in good hands with those two.
Yeah, that's a great comparison. And stolen by Malone. Here's Wilkins. Good, and it's Jordan picking up the assist. Harkin amidst this All-Star celebration, labor negotiations between the players and the NBA continue.
Trying to find their way through this current impasse, Kevin, and looking to avoid any interruptions to this game that we all have a love affair with.
Yeah, I know you and I hope they can find some common ground.
Please make it happen soon.
Enzo Thomas will bring it up for the East All-Stars. 4-point game. Passes to Wilkins. To the middle. Wants to get it to Jordan, and does. And the layup's good off the glass. And Michael Jordan, not only last season's leading scorer by a mile, but Clark Kellogg this season, he is in the running for the Defensive Player of the Year.
He is the true definition of a two-way player. Gets it done at a high level at both ends.
And Michael Jordan winning the dunk contest yesterday. Clark, can he add to his trophy case tonight?
Kevin, I think his teammates want to see him win the MVP. I think they're going to give him as many touches as he needs to have a chance to do it.
Ooh, that'll be fun to watch. Here's Johnson following the basket by Michael Jordan.
I like seeing Malone, a solid defender, get a hand up and challenge the shot.
Michael Jordan on the wing. Malone, a screen on Lever. Jordan finds Malone. And if there was a snub, Clark, for this year's All-Star game, many felt it was the sharpshooter Dale Ellis of the Sonics.
Well, you take a look at what he's done. He's the only top 10 scorer in the NBA who was not an All-Star.
The Tennessee Volunteers should be here. English on the wing. He's defended by Wilkins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Lever. Gets himself open and drills it. And tonight's All-Star MVP will have a $5,000 check presented in their name, Clark, to the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Fund.
A great cause in honor of a terrific American.
Here's Jordan, following the basket by Fat Lever. Jordan inside, over Lever. And when the jump shot is fallen for Michael Jordan, what can you do? He is unstoppable. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the West. Trailing here by 8. And the Eastern All-Stars favored to win tonight.
Star power and firepower. Veteran IQ and smarts. But you never know. The West has quite a bit of talent, too.
Indeed they do. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
What Kareem provides for his team is a rock-solid foundation. They can rely on him on both ends and build schemes around his talents.
The East leading by 7. Pass to Jordan. The shot misses. English with some nice defense. Lever taking his time here. English the pass to Johnson. They double team Johnson. Magic Johnson delivers passes with such pinpoint accuracy. Wow.
You know, people said Alex English was too light of frame, too skinny, not athletic enough. Well, how about this? He's playing in his 7th straight All-Star game. So much for being too skinny.
Malone finds Jordan. And there's the call on Fat Lever.
Fat Lever.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Jordan down low. He's against Lever. Fat Lever is a remarkable rebounder for a player his size. Johnson with it. Now guarded by Jordan. Malone. Another spoon-fed basket for Magic.
And, you know, before every game, Karl Malone calls his mother back in Summerfield, Louisiana, to ask what numbers he should shoot for. Tonight, she said go for 25 and 11.
Here's Jordan. And another miss by the East.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Here's Johnson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was English.
Magic Johnson in his 8th All-Star game now, 2nd in All-Star votes this year, and he hosts his own All-Star game in the summer in L.A. as a fundraiser, and I understand it's quite an event.
And an exhibition game with plenty of motivation for these stars nonetheless. For more, let's say hello to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, I was talking to Larry Bird about his goals for the matchup, and he said, I think our job is to get the ball to Michael Jordan, get him into the game, and get the crowd into the game. So if Bird has anything to do with it, Michael Jordan will be the MVP. And that would be poetic justice this weekend. Guys, back to you.
Especially where we are. Well said, David. Thank you. Jordan Clark, obviously, in front of his hometown crowd. He loves it, and they really love it.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Think about the fans in Chicago. They love basketball. And I can expect, and you can too, a ton of energy, some extra adrenaline anytime Michael touches the ball.
Clark, this city is on fire with Jordan, aren't they? I mean, they love him, and they think about what's to come. My goodness.
Smoking.
Yeah. And Michael Jordan won the dunk contest last night, and man, was it great. What a thriller. He and Dominique Clark put on a great show, and you could tell they both wanted it so badly. Perhaps the home court advantage gave Michael Jordan Clark the edge.
And there was another winner from last night, and that was Larry Bird, taking home the trophy in the three-point shootout. And he didn't even need to take off his warm-ups to handle his business.
Clark, somebody told me he looked at the rest of the competitors and said, okay, who's going to be in second place here? Who's going to finish behind me?
Sounds just like it. Magic Johnson leads the league in assists, and he's also got the most assists in All-Star game history. He processes the game at another level, folks.
Now here's Jordan. 6 points for him. Here's Malone. Kicks it out to Jordan. Malone, a screen on Lever. And another miss by the East.
And a bit of a shooting slump here. I mean, he can't seem to get anything going.
Now the dish to English. To the paint. Here's Johnson. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And here's the East. Left side, Jordan. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. Jordan's got 8 points. And starting last season, Clark, Michael Jordan's scoring went through the roof.
Averaging over 37 points per game, partner, and he's kept close to that pace this season as well. Remarkable.
Amazing and remarkable, right. Wow. Hey, Clark, the record for points in the All-Star game is 42, set by Wilt Chamberlain back in the 1962 All-Star game.
And, you know, a lot of Wilt's records seem virtually untouchable, but I don't think that one is. With all these great scores, who knows? It might be broken tonight.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun? The shot's good from Lever.
And Fat Lever, snubbed a year ago, now a first-time All-Star, well-deserved. He leads the league in triple-doubles, one of the original stat sheet stuffers, averaging 9 rebounds a game as well. Best by a mile for NBA guards.
Here's Jordan. Following the basket by Fat Lever. It's good.
The touch on Jordan's close-range shots is really outstanding. He almost makes it look simple and easy to score in close like that.
Now here's Lever. Johnson with the bounce pass. Here's Olajuwon. The grace of Hakeem Olajuwon. Something special to see.
How about this list? Players who have never missed an All-Star game in their careers. Jerry West, Bob Pettit, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, and Hakeem Olajuwon. Those last 3 playing here tonight.
Now here's Johnson. Following the miss by Michael Jordan. Lever left side. And stolen by Jordan. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5-for-11 night.
Love the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball. Inside and outside action.
Shoots from the elbow. And the jam by Karl Malone.
And the 6'9" forward, Karl Malone, out of Louisiana Tech, playing for the Utah Jazz. Tonight, he's wearing number 7 to honor the great Pete Maravich, who himself was a 3-time All-Star with the New Orleans Jazz.
Here's Thomas after the made shot from Karl Malone. Jordan inside. He's covered by Lever.
Boy, Olajuwon is a ferocious defender and rim protector. Really excels at slapping shots away.
There's got to be some excitement, maybe even, Clark, some butterflies playing in the All-Star game. You want to prove you belong out there.
I agree with that, and there can also be the temptation to try to do a little too much, maybe get flashy, but with these players still getting a feel for each other in the flow, a lot to be said for making the simple play.
Nevertheless, a great honor. Catching up on the changes for the East. Brad Daugherty is checked in for Malone. Ewing comes in for Larry Bird. And it's Rivers in for Thomas.
Yeah, you know, it's never easy trying to defend Ewing inside, which is why he gets fouled.
The East All-Stars shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First free throw is good. He's off on the second. And here's Abdul-Jabbar. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the most All-Star appearances by far in NBA history. Clark, and All-Star in every season of his career except one. And in that year, he was injured.
Yeah, and at 40 years of age, matter of fact, the youngest player tonight was only 4 years old when Kareem made his first All-Star appearance. That player, Brad Daugherty.
No kidding.
That's right.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Michael Jordan using that strength of his to get into the defense to draw the foul on the way up.
The East All-Stars shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. He hits the second from the line. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first. And Kareem looking to set the career record for All-Star scoring. Isn't that something?
It really is. Needs just 10 points to do it, Kevin, and you got to love his chances. I mean, that's a layup for him, pun intended.
Yeah, a good one. Clock at 4. Offensive rebound. And Kareem, the elder statesman, 19 years in the NBA. Decades of dominance. 1:10 left to play in the first quarter. Drexler against Jordan. Ewing trying to get open. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 15 points.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Lever kicks to Drexler. Lever outside. Here's Abdul-Jabar. And Ewing sends it back. And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars. Just 2 to shoot. And it's Drexler missing. The East trail by 4. A drive by Jordan. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
Boy, what a ruthless, wicked dribble move that time by Jordan. Threw his defender off and got the space he needed to fire.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Drexler high post. Some nice passing here by the West. McDaniel the pass to Drexler. Good D by Jordan. He got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. West All-Stars lead by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Welcome back, everyone, to the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago. As these great fans hope Michael Jordan can bring home the win and the MVP hardware. So it's the West now.
And the head coach of the East, Mike Fratello. His first time coaching in the All-Star Game.
Michael Jordan is out there with Rivers. Then there's Doherty. Then there's Ewing. And it's Wilkins in at the 3 slot. So that's who the East All-Stars start the second with. And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
Close games often come down to who makes the big plays on defense. And that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Lever up top. Pass to Worthy.
You know, defensively, I think Ewing is one of the great intimidators. Certainly changed that shot.
It's Wilkins with the drive, and it's Wilkins finishing it off.
And Dominique Wilkins is the go-to scorer for the Hawks, no question about that. And he's embraced that leadership role as well. Obviously a huge part of the Hawks' success.
How about that? Mike's a terrific friend of yours and mine, and Fratello's Hawks recently moved into first place in the East after the Cavs beat the Celtics. Clark enabling him to become the coach of the East All-Stars.
So don't be surprised if the Cavs' Brad Doherty gets extended minutes in his first All-Star appearance. You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
We all know about Michael's offensive prowess, okay? But he's incredible defensively as well. He works hard at that end, and that's rare for a star.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Bird's checked in, so an almost entirely new group now for the West. Olajuwon's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Malone comes in for Worthy. Aguaya's checked in for McDaniel. And it's Johnson in for Lever. Now here's Drexler over Rivers, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And at 26 points per game, Drexler ranks 7th in the league in scoring. His Blazers playing catch-up with the Lakers, though. Their improved defense has helped them overcome some early injuries.
And not many out there who can elevate like Michael Jordan. And here early, Clark, the East has the edge.
You look at that team on the East squad, an embarrassment of riches, Kevin, and, you know, they've got so many weapons. I think it simply comes down to execution for them.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Inside, 6 to shoot. Olajuwon's shot is good. And Clark, when you look at Hakeem Olajuwon's Houston Rockets, here is a team making a lot of moves.
I tell you what, their trade for Joe Barry Carroll and Sleepy Floyd paying huge dividends. They're certainly on the rise in my mind.
Yeah, a lot of people like those moves.
Second team foul.
Here's Rivers. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Bird sets the screen for Jordan. It's stolen by Johnson.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
Drexler against Rivers. Drexler passes to Johnson. He feeds it to Olajuwon. Back to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. Malone, a screen on Rivers. Here's Johnson. That one misses. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. Jordan dishes to Bird. Back to Jordan. And they pick up 2. Jordan's got 22 points.
Tell you what, this has been so much fun to watch. Both of these teams throwing haymakers.
Johnson, the pass to Olajuwon. Outside, Aguirre. And the pass to Drexler. Dominique Wilkins comes up with the rebound. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Clyde Drexler.
Hard not to respect how tough Jordan is inside. Really good at angling his body to pick up foul calls.
And the East with some changes. McHale's checked in for Wilkins. And Thomas subbed in for Rivers. The West trails by 3. They need to find a high percentage shot, Clark, to regain some of that confidence.
I think they've gone too long without seeing one go down, and that begins to mess with your psyche. And Coach Mike Fratello, a colleague of ours, coaching in the All-Star game, standing tall amongst a bunch of tall guys in the NBA. You know, his dad was an amateur boxer, and, you know, I think that background gives Mike a lot of confidence as a coach. And enjoying his finest pro season, Clyde the Glide Drexler making his second All-Star appearance. Worked over the summer with Kiki Vandeweghe to substantially improve his jump shot.
Now here's Ewing. Jordan kicks to Bird. That one wide left. And Clark, not easy for these coaches to put their stamp on the game. Only a 1-hour practice yesterday to get acquainted and move through some sets.
And you know, Kevin, it's not about necessarily practice time. A few offensive sets is all that's needed. I think it's how you manage the players and give them a platform to have fun and do what they do.
That's a good point. Thomas dishes to Jordan. McHale setting the pick for Jordan. To the inside. It's stolen by Olajuwon. Johnson outside. Back to Olajuwon. Passes it to Malone. Over Jordan. Here's Olajuwon. And the rejection by Bird. Enzo Thomas will bring it up for the East. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Jordan. And they double up Jordan. Bird finds Jordan. McHale with a screen on Drexler. Pass to McHale. And stolen by Aguirre. And the West has made their imprint here in the early going clock.
Unfazed by those that are predicting otherwise. They're playing with a lot of confidence and maybe a little bit of an edge, too.
Yeah, you can see it, can't you?
Yep.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge with a report on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Thank you, Kevin. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the oldest All-Star in history. This is his 17th game. No one else has been in more than 13. To put that into context, there were 6 players in yesterday's Legends game that were younger than Kareem. Magic Johnson says he respects Kareem more than anyone I know because of the pride this man has in whatever he does. Kevin, back to you.
He is a very proud individual. David, thank you. And Kareem's coming out here, Clark, after spending 2 days in bed with strep throat. I mean, it's remarkable.
And Kevin, that's exactly the pride Magic was talking about, and that's why it seems like every game we do, Kareem is adding to some type of record that he's already established. Tonight, he could very well become the leading scorer in the history of the All-Star game.
Isn't that phenomenal? They call him captain for a reason. He is truly the leader of this entire NBA.
Yes, sir.
Here's Thomas, following the score by Akeem Olajuwon. Bounce pass, Thomas. Here's Jordan, and Jordan throws it down.
Another big night for Jordan. What a natural scorer he is. MJ simply can do it all.
Here's Johnson. Rebound by the East All-Stars. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the middle. And it's Kevin McHale with the finish.
This is the 4th All-Star game for the Celtics' Kevin McHale. Kids at home will want to learn how to score in the post. Just put the isolated camera on Kevin McHale, please. Moves on top of moves in the paint.
Now here's Jordan. 28 points for him. And then Jordan slams it in.
And the high-flying antics of Jordan, simply awesome.
Drexler. He's got 9. And Isaiah Thomas picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. English, he's checked in for the West.
Team foul. Now into the lineup for the West All-Stars.
Johnson against Jordan. Johnson, the pass to Olajuwon. Now the pass to Malone. Up and in on the layup. Malone's got 8 points.
And making his All-Star debut in his 3rd year in the league, Karl Malone, one of 4 players in the NBA, averaging over 20 points and 10 rebounds a game. And, you know, so far, I like the effort from both teams. It's an exhibition, but each team showing great pride. They're getting after it.
Now, here is Jordan. He has 30. McHale with a screen on Drexler. Malone passes to McHale, and they'll turn over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. The West making some changes. Abdul-Jabbar comes in for Olajuwon, and Levers subbed in for Drexler. This offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Everybody sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you really hard to defend.
And that one, good. And Clark, so much talent for each side, but they got to develop that chemistry on the fly, don't they?
Exactly, and that's what the coaches will be looking for down the stretch. Which group of players really complement one another and give you the best chance to win? A good job preventing the layup. I think it's smart to make him earn it from the line.
This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight. And the East with some changes. Doherty comes in for McHale, and Danny Ainge has subbed in for Larry Bird. Down low, Lever, and good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Johnson's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Passes it to Ainge. Back to Thomas. Good ball movement here by the East. Malone sets the pick for Jordan. Abdul-Jabbar with the steal. And Lever has it in the corner. The three-pointer no good. The East trail by 4. Pass to Thomas. Here's Jordan. Feeds to Doherty. It's stolen by Abdul-Jabbar. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And English with the stop.
Alex English using some deceptive strength right there to get that shot up and down through contact.
Thomas passes to Jordan. And that one, good. Jordan's got 33 points.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
And Kareem will need to get it going, Clark, to reach double digits.
I think his teammates have to do a better job of getting them touches. Just keep feeding him. He's more than capable of getting there.
Now, here's English. He has 6. Brad Daugherty pulls it in. Jordan looking it over. 1:35 left to play in the first half. Good defense by Abdul-Jabar. The West leading by 4. Here's Lever. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Constantly applying pressure on the defense. Lever gets himself to the strike.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Doc Rivers, he's checked in for Isaiah Thomas. The West All-Stars also with the sub. James Worthy's checked in for Karl Malone. Outside Jordan. The second effort, and it's good on the way in. Jordan's got 35 in the game.
Love how Jordan uses his jumping ability on the offensive boards. I mean, this guy just does not give up.
To the paint. And there's Worthy on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the East. Jordan outside. The feed to Malone. And he gets the bucket. Malone's got his second bucket of the night.
Moses Malone is not only a 6-time rebounding champ, but he's also a 10-time All-Star. He gives the Washington Bullets some real muscle inside.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Looking completely comfortable attacking from the inside. Alex English doing his thing.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Jordan. The West grabs the miss.
If they just take care of the rock here, they can take the last shot.
Here's Johnson. English right side. The master of the mid-range, Alex English.
Terrific feed that time by Johnson. The moment he sees he's got an open option, he makes the pass. Jordan
left side. Alex English. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the West All-Stars. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. We come back right after this. And we welcome you back to the second half of the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago. Great performances from these players, whether it's their first time participating or their 17th. The West leading by 7.
You know, you get into the latter stages of the game, and it's normal to wonder who will take home the MVP trophy. It's certainly one of those accolades that's mentioned when you talk about the great ones.
Getting underway here in the second half. Here's the foul for Brad Nelson. Malone is out there with Elijah. Then it's Magic Johnson. Then it's Lever. And it's English in at the 3, the small forward. The West All-Stars have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight. And of the players in tonight's All-Star game, Clark, 2 have won MVP trophies in this game before. Larry Bird and Isaiah Thomas.
And how about this, Kevin? Thomas has won 2 out of the last 4 years. If he was to get 3 MVPs, that would put him in some rarefied air, tying with Oscar Robertson for second most. Bob Pettit is the only player to do it 4 times.
Johnson dishes to Elijah. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Moses Malone. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Shooting for the West, Kareem Olajuwon, taking 2 shots.
Olajuwon drops them both. And the East has possession. Trailing here by 8. Bird left side. Jordan inside. He's against Lever.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Johnson outside. Back to Lever. Olajuwon drawn the double team. Malone a screen on Thomas. 4 on the clock. Here's Lever. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Larry Bird. And the East is trailing.
And, you know, a lot of these fans, Kevin, are really behind them, but in an all-star game, I think they really just want to see highlight plays from both sides.
I know you and I do.
Yeah, I love it. Fat Lever is not the biggest guard, but he makes big impact on the game because he plays with such intensity at both ends of the floor.
Olajuwon with the block. Johnson up top. He's guarded by Thomas. Releases. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well. And Magic Johnson, Clark, made it clear coming into this game that he wanted the challenge of defending the great Michael Jordan.
He certainly did. And the West as a team will certainly have their work cut out for him trying to slow that guy down.
That is going to be fun to watch. Thomas finds Jordan. Here's Bird. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 6 assists here tonight.
Larry Bird had it going last night at the Legends game, trying to fill it up tonight as well. A little extra magic for the fans on this play, rising up for the slam. Well done.
And here is Thomas. No points in the game yet for him. Jordan against Lever. Bird a screen on Lever. Jordan the pass to Bird. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup. And Larry Bird winning 3 straight MVP awards from 1983 to 1986.
You know who the last player was to do that?
I know I'm going back to the 60-something. You tell me.
Yeah,
I know you know.
Bill Russell.
Yeah, right,
it's
of
Bill
course.
Russell, 1960 to 63.
Of course. I'm glad we bring him up. A legend.
Yep.
And Jordan sends it back.
With defensive prowess and nearly a 7-foot wingspan, it's a lot harder to get a clean look on Jordan than most guys.
And he banks in the layup. Jordan's got 37.
Plays with so much ferocity, erasing that size mismatch clearly.
And another great look at the 2K drive. The West leading by 9.
You know, there's been talk about adding a 3rd referee to NBA games. The commissioner and the rules committee are in favor of it. And they plan to put it before the board of governors at the next meeting. And that was a foul, no question about it.
And this will be his 2nd and 3rd shots at the line here. And Clark, with 3 officials working games, do you think that'll result in more fouls being called, more eyes on the ball? They can pick up a lot more, certainly, with more guys out there.
Yeah, you know, I think, Kevin, it might be the case early on with the 3rd official, but over time it'll smooth itself out. Off the ball, you know, some things you could get away with in the past, maybe not so much with 3 officials out there.
The East trail by 11. Cheeks the pass to Jordan. They get a hand on it. Lever with the steal. And now the fast break. English with the ball. Pull-up jumper. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Johnson's length makes him hard to deal with inside, which is why he's able to draw fouls.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. Ewing's checked in for the East. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And so Bird will bring it up for the East. Pass to Jordan. Bird against English. Hakeem Olajuwon grabs the rebound. Olajuwon's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
East All-Stars foul.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
First personal foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
Shooting for the West.
And Lever drops them both. Timeout called. East All-Stars.
Hey, they've just committed too many fouls. While you don't want to give up easy shots, you also don't want to give away points by fouling. It's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
The East trail by 14.
And, you know, most of these guys are accustomed to having their team's offense built around them. It's an adjustment for them now to figure out who's going to get the rock most of the time.
Jordan, and that one is good. Jordan's got 39.
You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Cheeks against Lever. And there's the pass to Malone. On the wing, Johnson. He's got 10. Over Jordan. A shot by Johnson, no good. And you think about adjusting Clark. How about the all-star reserves? Guys that start normally are the stars of their team, now off the bench on a team of stars.
Kevin, excellent point. For players who are used to starting the game, probably a rare experience coming in off the bench and trying to get it going. But I think these guys so enjoy being part of this, that sacrifice is not much at all.
You're exactly right. McDaniels checked in for the West. Johnson against Cheeks. Pass to Jordan. Olajuwon with the block, and they'll keep possession. The West leading by 14. Here's Lever. Got it. Good job in the low post. Lever's got 8 points in the quarter.
An elite score, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Cheeks against Johnson. Jordan outside. And there's another turnover by the East.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
They're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time defense.
Now, here's Johnson. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Olajuwon drawn the double team. Clock at 6. McDaniel, the pass to Malone. That shot is off. Well, as you can see, when you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
For sure. I mean, playing loose can help you and hurt you. It can cut both ways. I think they've got to tighten it up a little bit here.
Jordan passes to Ewing. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Olajuwon. Now a timeout called by the East.
Timeout East.
Here's Jordan. Tremendous pass from Bird. He can do it all. And Jordan Clark within reach of the record.
He's almost there. Keep that pedal to the metal is what I say.
Johnson, the pass to McDaniel. Over Wilkins. A nice shot by McDaniel. McDaniel's got his first points of the night. And the 6'8" forward from the Seattle Supersonics, Xavier McDaniel.
Now in year 3, he's got to be excited, making his very first All-Star appearance.
Strong player from Wichita State. It's slammed in by Wilkins.
Yeah, and Jordan sees the floor so nicely. I mean, one of his guys has a clean look. He gets the ball to him in whip-like fashion.
Now here's Johnson. 10 points for him. And Lever has it in the corner. Pass to Olajuwon. Here's McDaniel. Johnson from outside. And there's the call on Karl Malone. That'll be his second foul of the game. McHale's checked in for the East. Rivers comes in for Cheeks. And West also making a switch. Donaldson, he's checked in for Karl Malone. Rivers dishes to McHale. Olajuwon with the rebound.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Stolen by Ewing. Wilkins surveying the defense. Up top, Jordan, and he's got 41. Shoots it up. Here's Ewing. Patrick Ewing is a load inside the paint.
the #1 overall pick in 1985, and it was an all-star rookie season for Patrick Ewing. Hurt last year, but nice to see him back where he belongs, right in the all-star game.
And in his 8th season in the NBA, James Donaldson making Clark his first all-star appearance.
And you know, Kevin, before his NBA career, he actually played his first professional season in Italy. So he's taken the path less traveled for sure.
He said, "Arrivederci" to Italy to come to the NBA.
Yes, he did.
They get it back. A nice shot by Olajuwon. Olajuwon's got 15.
Hey, it's inexcusable not putting a body on the king. I mean, you deserve to get cooked when you don't do that.
McHale passes to Jordan. And it's a new single-game record in scoring for the All-Star game, set right in front of us by Michael Jordan.
What an incredible athlete, Kevin, and it seems whatever he sets his mind to do, he can do it. Impressive.
McDaniel, the pass to Donaldson. Right side, Wilkins. He kicks it to Rivers. Jordan against Johnson. There's a screen by McHale. Jordan, the pass to McHale, and it's slammed in by McHale.
Trying to grab hold of that momentum right here.
Well, that play right there, that'll fire up your teammates. So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Brad Doherty, he's checked in for Ewing. And Ainge is subbed in for Wilkins. Worthy's checked in for the West. Drexler comes in for Lever. Here's Johnson. He's got 10. Donaldson the pass to Johnson. And here's Drexler. Ainge covering. Drexler against the bucket. He's got 11. And if there's a rival for the size and athleticism of Michael Jordan Clark, it might just be Clyde Drexler.
I don't think there's any question about it, Kevin. The Phi Slamma Jamma alum can take flight with the very best of them.
Great athletes.
That was an easy call on that shot.
East All-Stars have had 12 attempts at the line, making 8 so far.
First team foul.
And the first one at the line is good. Abdul-Jabbar is checked in for McDaniel.
At the line for 2.
And so Jordan nails both of them. 1:58 left in the third. Johnson kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. He feeds it to Worthy. And it's good, 2 points. Worthy's got his second basket. And James Worthy here in Clark, his third All-Star game.
Yeah, I was part of the '82 draft when Worthy was the #1 pick out of North Carolina. He can hurt you on the block as well as in transition.
So refresh our memories. He was #1. Where were you taken?
I was number 8.
That's
Kevin.
right.
Number 8.
That's right. I knew that. I just wanted you to boast a little bit.
And I think Magic Johnson gets more joy out of making the assist than any other part of the game that he excels in. Constantly looking to set them up for scores.
Ainge. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
And Danny Ainge making his All-Star debut in year 7, having the best season of his career. He went from a singles hitter in pro baseball to a long-distance laser in the NBA.
Johnson, good.
Magic showing you the stick-to-itiveness with that play, chasing down the rebound to make sure they convert.
Now here's Rivers, still looking for his first bucket in this one. McHale setting the pick for Jordan.
Walking foul called on
The East All-Stars have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
West foul.
First one falls for him.
Donaldson. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And both free throws good for Jordan. Here's Johnson. He's got 12. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Drexler. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
I like that they're putting in the work, trying to build this lead out.
We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. McHale with a screen on Worthy. Jordan kicks to McHale. Nice shot from the wing. McHale's got 4 this quarter.
McHale always ready to catch and fire. Great confidence in his offensive game.
Drexler inside. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And the first one drops.
Shooting for West All-Stars, Clyde Drexler. At the line.
Both free throws good from Drexler. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. West All-Stars out in front, leading by 14. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Welcome back to Chicago for the 1988 All-Star Game. The grand finale of what's been a tremendous weekend to celebrate the NBA. The East trail by 14.
You take a look at the landscape of the NBA, and I tell you what, that Central Division, dominant. How about this? 36 games above 500 combined.
We've got Jordan. Bird is out there with Ainge. Then there's Doherty. And it's Thomas in at the point guard. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. Jordan, the pass to Bird.
Well, you've got to admire the energy there from Malone, wanting to change that shot and doing so.
Johnson finds Drexler. Some nice passing here by the West. Count it. Worthy's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the West All-Stars. Well, you look at that Central Division, all 6 teams on pace to make the playoffs.
And, you know, Chicago got off to that great start, Kevin. Then they cooled off just a bit. Now tied with Detroit at 3 games behind Atlanta. Those teams are breaked up pretty good.
So it's the West now. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end, here's Malone. To the middle. Over Ainge. And Malone gets it to go on the assist from Worthy. And that's 11 points for Karl Malone. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the East. It's a 16-point game. Ainge dishes to Thomas. Screen by Bird. Back to Thomas. Shoots over Johnson. Here's Doherty. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. And some changes here for the East. Malone comes in for Brad Doherty. And Wilkins subbed in for Ainge. And West also making a switch. English is checked in. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Levers checked in. Down the stretch here, the West is leading Clark.
Getting it done, handling their business in fine fashion, and tell you what, it's been a really entertaining game.
You said it. English finds Lever. Wilkins against English. The pass to Lever. Shot clock at 6. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off here. Abdul-Jabbar with the bucket.
And Kareem at 40. Still handling his business, getting it done. 15 points a game on 54% shooting from the field. For a 40-year-old, that is excellent production from the center position.
Michael
Free throw good, Jordan. And so Jordan nails both of them.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
English inside. He's defended by Wilkins.
Quality shot from mid-range there. They are clicking right now offensively.
The East trail by 15. Thomas surveying the D. To the inside. Bird against Malone. Bird kicks to Jordan.
Blocking foul called on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Olajuwon's checked in for the West.
4th team foul. Now into the lineup for the West All-Stars,
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter.
You know, this is why Moses Malone's teammates like playing with him, because when they're uncovered and open, he finds them.
Outside, Malone. Johnson up top. He's defended by Jordan. Olajuwon drawn the double team, and the shot is good. And the West leads by 15.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
Passes it to Bird. Jordan at the elbow. Feeds to Thomas. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, you can't be overly aggressive when you're defending Thomas, because he's very good at drawing fouls. And after the Central Division, the Midwest has been the second most competitive division. Those teams are sitting at 10 games over 500.
Now, here's Lever. Olajuwon, the pass to Johnson.
Hey, yo, right here.
Shot clock at 5. Puts the move on. Basket counts. And Clark in the Midwest. Those Rockets are really making a push.
And they're doing it behind Hakeem Olajuwon. To me, he's the best center in the NBA. They certainly got a chance to give the Lakers a run for their money.
Oh, yeah. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Thomas dishes to Jordan. Pass to Bird. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Fat Lever.
You know, part of what makes Bird exceptional is his all-around talent. I mean, he gets it done on both ends of the floor, and that's how you end up being an MVP in the league. Usually, free throws are a formality for him. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there.
Johnson finds English. Malone a screen on Wilkins. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
You know, when you think of Alex English, I think about all of the buckets he gave me and everybody else during his time of ravaging defenses. He's a volume shooter and a big-time scorer.
The East trail by 18. Outside Thomas. Pass to Bird. Lays it up off the glass.
And you know, in the painted area, Bird has a variety of moves, can take you either direction and finish with either hand. He's a nightmare to defend, and believe me, I woke up in sweats many a times dealing with that guy.
Here's English. Following the basket by Larry Bird. Johnson kicks to Olajuwon. Some nice passing here by the West. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Wilkins. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
And Commissioner David Stern in the house tonight. Since taking over 4 years ago, he's done a remarkable job helping guide this league to new unprecedented heights.
Exactly. Now, here's English. Second shot opportunity. He's off on that one. And it's the East going the other way. Here's Jordan. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. One thing the league has done since Commissioner Stern has taken over, Clark, is really marketing the league around its stars. And I like that type of strategy.
I agree with you, Kevin, wholeheartedly. And what better time to highlight those great stars than tonight? Amazing talent, compelling personalities. The league is certainly on a great trajectory.
It absolutely is. Now, here's English. The West again cannot hit. And if they're going to make a move, Clark, this is a good time to start.
You're right, because there's still plenty of time left in the game, but they definitely don't want to let this game get too far out of reach.
A shot by Wilkins, no good.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
Olajuwon against Malone. And out of bounds. The East All-Stars will have it.
East ball.
Here's Thomas. The pass to Jordan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Fat Lever. Free throw good, Jordan.
At the line for your East, Michael Jordan.
And so Jordan nails both of them. And the West All-Stars have possession. They lead by 11. Johnson, the pass to Olajuwon. Back to Johnson. Passes it to Olajuwon. Fades back. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Bird dishes to Thomas. Wilkins wide open, and he fires. And another miss by the East. Lever, the pass to Olajuwon. That's in there. Lever with the assist. Lever's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Thomas. Jordan is doubled. Bird way outside. Jordan finds Bird. That 3 off the mark. The West leading by 13. Pass to Malone. Olajuwon defended by Bird. Stolen by Thomas. And here we go. The East with a fast break. Thomas is running. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Dominique Wilkins unafraid to put his body on the line, going right into that interior defense and getting himself fouled in the act.
East All-Stars, Dominique Wilkins.
Both free throws good from Wilkins. Lever with it. Kicks to Malone. Wants to get it to Olajuwon and does. Malone with some nice D. The East trail by 11. Bird looking it over. Wilkins outside. Here's Jordan. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And Olajuwon has got the ball here for the West All-Stars. English inside. Working on Wilkins. Malone sets the pick for Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. And he comes up with the deuce.
Just straight tricking the defender with the shot fake. This is how it's done.
Michael Jordan on the wing. Defended by Lever. Here's Malone. And Malone with the stuff. And Moses Malone Clark, the wily veteran for the Washington Bullets.
And you know, Kevin, his coach Wes Unseld says Malone has really added a level of aggressiveness to the Washington Bullets.
And he brings Clark a championship pedigree to the team.
No doubt. Boy, it's been attack after attack from Kareem in this one. He's not giving the defense any breaks.
Out of bounds, it'll be the West All-Stars ball.
West All-Stars ball.
Drexler, he's checked in for Lever.
In for the West, Clyde Drexler.
Here's Johnson. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, Magic is simply that good and that smooth. Even while being fouled, he gets it up and down.
Shooting for West All-Stars, Magic Johnson. One shot.
That one misses for Johnson. The East trail by 15. Here's Jordan. Drexler with the defensive effort.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Shoots from the baseline. And it's the East with the rebound. Malone's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Wilkins passes to Malone. Chalk up 2 there. Malone's got 4 points in the quarter.
Malone owns the paint area of the floor. Nobody coming in there messing with him.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The first free throw is good.
Team foul. Shooting for West All-Stars.
Both free throws good from Drexler. And here is the East now. Outside Thomas. Pass to Bird. Top of the key. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feet.
Boy, the quick release, Bird gets that shot off in an instant. He was ready and waiting to strike.
The West leading by 13. Drexler with a screen on Jordan.
2 minutes remaining in the
Olajuwon kicks to Johnson. English outside. 6 to shoot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Larry Bird.
Malone draws all kinds of attention being the dynamic scorer that he is.
The first one falls.
Malone.
And so he makes both from the line. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Down by 15. Thomas dishes to Jordan. 1:37 left here in the fourth quarter. The fader. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
We know Jordan is a master from the mid-range. Whether he's squared up or falling away, you feel like it's going to splash.
Drexler finds Johnson. Here's Olajuwon. He's covered by Malone.
East foul. Michael Jordan. 5th personal foul. 5th team foul. Shooting for the West. Kareem.
That one is off.
2 shots.
So he can't get either to fall. The East trail by 13. A drive by Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
On the drive, MJ is so ferocious, he never even thinks about slowing down. Pedal to the metal.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the final quarter. Drexler passes to English. Back to Drexler. Johnson dishes to Olajuwon. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Boy, Hakeem's size makes him hard to match up against, especially when he's determined to score inside.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. It's a 13-point game. Thomas passes to Bird. Over English. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And it's got to be frustrating that they're finally starting to play like this, being this one is basically done.
Poked away. Jordan with the steal. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Getting creative in the air. He can finish above the rim in a lot of ways, and they're all fancy.
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Check magic.
Johnson, the pass to Malone. Now, here is Olajuwon. Inside. Here's Johnson. And a great assist by Drexler as that one goes in. And the West leads by 11. Jordan against Drexler. Outside Jordan. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Hakeem Olajuwon.
3rd personal foul. At the line for your East.
Good on the first, and that brings them to within 10.
2 shots.
And both free throws good for Jordan. And the West All-Stars seal the deal. Mild underdogs coming into the game, but Clark, the night was there.
Yeah, you know, it's all about fun and games and entertainment in these All-Star games, but somebody's got to post a W. They said, might as well be us.
And versatility was on display for the West All-Stars. Clark, a lot of interchangeable pieces.
I agree, Kevin. I like their young front court with Karl Malone and Hakeem Olajuwon. That's a powerful duo there. They just seem to me to be a little quicker and more aggressive overall.
This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.